What is Unturned's best map? This question has always been a discussion within the Unturned community, and the answer varies depending on who you ask. People who are into survival, people who hate themselves, would say Yukon because of its unique atmosphere and playstyle. Other people may give other answers, like Russia or even Elver. And those are all pretty good answers, but in today's video I'm going to be talking about my favorite map, a map that everyone who has played Unturned before has played, and a map that has even been spoken about on YouTube before. Now I know that Washington is a basic answer for Unturned's best map, and I'm not going to really argue with that because, to be fair, it is a pretty valid argument. A lot of people say that Washington is the best map in Unturned, but the reason a lot of people say that is because it is. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why Washington is objectively Unturned's best map. Washington's map design is unbelievably simple, and this makes sense considering it was the third map ever released for Unturned. However, the formula for Washington, I feel, has been copied and redone numerous times way after its release. The whole idea of having a big city in the middle of the map with other little smaller cities around it has sort of become a commonplace thing on other Unturned maps. However, I think Washington was the first map ever to do this officially. Another thing that I love about this map is just the green. I just like the green trees, the green grass. PEI has green, but I feel like it's a little bright. Yukon was just white. It's just calm. We got Russia, and it was kind of darker green. Of course, then we got Hawaii, and that shit was just... And then for a while, we had a brown Germany, which just looked like... Although recently Germany was updated and it's now green, so Germany actually looks good now. I might have to do a video talking about that map as well because I didn't like Germany when it came out, but it has definitely grown on me. However, in my opinion, Germany is just a big version of Washington. Big city in the middle, other big cities around. It also copied aspects from Russia in terms of quest lines and stuff like that, and a big end boss. I feel like all of Unturned's greatest maps have at least taken one page of notes from Washington, just because of how addictive the map's design and play style is. Speaking of play style, this is where we get into our second part, which is PvP on Washington is what you call goated. It's so good. I could go over the various great PvP spots on Washington, but I only need to go over one because, in my opinion, this location in this video game, Unturned Free to Play, may be one of the greatest PvP spots in all of gaming. I know that's a really huge claim to make, but in my opinion, it's up there. This might be one of the greatest PvP spots in gaming. This spot being the brown building, gray building, Space Needle, and construction crane in Seattle. This area is peak gaming. You could have guys fighting you on the Space Needle. You could have guys fighting you on the crane. You could have guys fighting you on the brown building. You can have guys fighting you on the gray building. Or you could have people fighting on every building, fighting each other. I'll be honest, some of my favorite Unturned moments have happened here. And I know for a fact a lot of them haven't happened in survival. A lot of them have been on those bullshit-ass creative PvP servers or creative roleplay servers. But this location is perfect for PvP. The centralized location of this area is what makes it so good. because not only do you have these 4 buildings complementing each other in a PvP space, but you got the entire surrounding city also complementing it, and various hillsides also complementing this PvP area. Now this makes sense because this map was designed to be a PvP map. However, I don't understand why it's so good, which is funny because I'm supposed to be explaining why it's so good in this video. Oh, why Washington is the best map, but I can't really explain the feeling of launching rockets off of the Space Needle onto the brown building and killing everyone on the brown building. I don't know how to describe that. That's just bliss. It is what gaming is all about. That's all I can say about this area is just gaming. That's all it is. This is the gamer zone. Although I think the greatest part about this space is something I haven't mentioned yet, and that's the bridge. The bridge also just ties it all together because you can jump from the bridge to the crane, to the brown building, to the gray building. The only place you can't really jump to is the Space Needle, but you could get up there pretty easily via building or jumping out of a plane or a helicopter or landing a helicopter up there. This map did the bridge way before Elver did. Or PewDiePie for that matter.
What a fucking
great area for PvP. 10 out of 10. I know I'm a bit of a joker, and I tend to not be very serious in any videos that I ever make or any content that I ever put out, or really in general with anybody, but there's something about this map that really makes me feel like I want to get a little serious right now when I describe what I'm about to talk about. That being nostalgia. And I know it's a common trope to talk about why something is so good or make a tribute video to something and say, oh, it's because of the nostalgia. But in all honesty, every once in a while when I play this map, I get this feeling. Every once in a while. It's like a little drop of this feeling, if that makes sense, of a time where everything was easier and when I was actually happy as a person and when nothing really mattered and I was just a stupid kid and I didn't have to worry about my insurance bill or whether or not I'm going to be late for work or whether or not I'm going to be able to survive as an adult. Every once in a while, I get this little feeling that calls me back to a time when life was good. And that's why this map to me is one of the greatest maps of all time. The only other game I ever have this feeling with is with Minecraft. And besides that, no other games give me that feeling. And I don't know if anyone else ever has a feeling like that, but it's definitely a nice thing to feel every once in a while. And that's why I think Washington is the greatest Unturned map of all time. Maybe factually I'm wrong, and it's not the greatest map, but it is to me. And I'll be honest, the first 5 minutes, 57 seconds, and 36 milliseconds of this video was all made just as an excuse for me to share this information with everyone watching this video right now. This is all I really had to say about the map. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.